Next up on the channel, we have Velocitron Speedia 500 Collection Shadowstrip, or perhaps G2 Dragstrip, on the way I got it figured.
The way I got it figured.
Out there in action figure land, way I got it figured back with another Transformers review, this time Legacy G2 Dragstrip or Shadowstrip from the Velocitron Speedia 500 collection. We got Shadowstrip in his box, still sealed up. Artwork, render, more artwork, more renders, more artwork. All right, let's get this guy out of the package and see what we have here. All right, so here's Shadowstrip out of the package with his two signature weapons with him. He's in car mode, of course, in the package, as you already saw. And he's more or less faithful G2 representation of the Dragstrip character. I guess one thing I want to point out is I borrowed this figure. This is a review I'm doing from a channel member. I did not buy this figure yet. And I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to buy this figure. Not because I dislike them or anything like that, but because I already have 2 copies of all the Stunticons, and this will be a de facto 3rd set if they go ahead and recolor all the Stunticons in G2 colors. I know they did that for Combiner Wars, and who knows if they're going to do that for Legacy, but I'm out. I'm good. I've done my part. My plan is to have 2 copies of the normal G1 versions of the Stunticons, and I'm definitely not gonna go for a 3rd. Figures aren't costing, you know, what they were a couple of years ago when they were 20 bucks a pop. Sure, you could do it. But even at 20 bucks a pop, I'd be hard pressed to buy 3 sets of any character. I mean, I'd be hard pressed to do that. But if you're gonna get a 2nd set, you only have 1 set of Stunticons, then perhaps you can go for the G2 versions. However, there is no confirmation that there are gonna be further G2 versions, which makes this one even more kind of on the side of things. But I digress. But what we have here is an exact duplication of the Wave 1 Legacy Dragstrip figure. I'm going to transform him into his robot mode, and which I didn't do on the Dragstrip review. I already did. But we'll see Shadowstrip transformed on screen. All right, firstly, I'm going to show him with his guns before I transform him on the car. That's, you know, it's a feature. So there he is with his guns. Shadowstrip transformed into robot mode. And we'll go ahead and put his weapons on him. One thing I will say about him is, you know, I usually like a black character figure, painted black, but I don't know. I know it's the G2 version, but it's not as interesting to me as the G1 version. The paint deco's nice, but not anything to write home about. I don't like how the guns are just a bland, solid blue. They do match the head, of course, and his face is all red, but he doesn't pop to me. The toy structure of the toy itself, of course, is great. Still the same great action figure that you got in Wave 1, but the colors are not my favorite. You know, if you want to have G2 Stunticons, I guess, and if I were to get G2 Stunticons, which would be that mythical third set that I've said that I'm not going to get, should they commit to doing all 5, I probably would leave them in vehicle mode because they seem to look better in vehicle mode in G2 colors than they do as robots. So there's that. I have to apologize. I was remiss. I forgot to bring Wave 1 Dragstrip with me, so Shadowstrip is going to be soloing this one. But, you know, he's fine. Posability is great. Looks like Dragstrip, G2, and, you know, there's not really much else to say. So I'm going to move on to the final word. All right. The final word on Velocitron Speedia 500 Collection G2 Universe Shadowstrip is it's still a solid figure. The plastic, the base, the structure of the toy is probably the best of the Stunticons in my opinion. That still remains true. But it's, you know, I mean, it's totally a gratuitous repaint. And at least it's G2 colors, but I mean, I don't think that garners it any more goodwill of buying the same figure you already have if you have it. At least not in my view. The colors are nice with the gold highlights, but it's just a lot more bland, just in my view. So I'm gonna give him an 8. I can't go down to a 7 because the original figure I gave a 9, but I'll give this one an 8. If you don't have them and you prefer these colors, then certainly the figure itself is excellent. If you have the original Dragstrip and you're not trying to get 2 sets of Stunticons, I don't know that you need them. All right, so that's going to do it for this one. Everybody stay safe out there. I've still got Transformers videos coming, and I know we're running out of time as I record this. It is the 27th. I'm going to try and have this video up on the 27th, and if I don't, I'm going to edit this part out. But everybody out there, stay safe. If you are new to the channel, please like, subscribe, and hit the notifications button so that when I do a video, you're notified immediately. And for those who've been with me and watching, thank you so much for supporting the channel. I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas, and I hope everybody's New Year is shaping up for them. I'm going to sign off. Peace.